right, all you night readers, it's good to have you here. I hope you're all doing well. Things are going okay here. And there we go. All right, so I've been reading your questions for the past few minutes while I was prepping for the show here. And I have a couple questions. Selena, what is it exactly that your dad is going in for? We talked about this, right? He's going in, I think he's going in, he's having an appointment, and the things he's been concerned about is some type of a growth, that's, he's afraid it's cancerous, but he's having it removed. Is that correct, Selena? If you could let me know that would be important. Chanel, which direction did you talk to your boyfriend, your new boyfriend guy, right? This guy, as we like to call him. What were you talking to him about? Which direction were you looking to go? And Freedom, one question for you. What did your boyfriend's dad, did he have, you're asking if he had a stroke or not, and if he'll walk again, but does he have other symptoms of a stroke? All right. Other than that, hello everyone. I'm glad to see you all here. It's nice to have you all. Hello, Tarot Magician. Great to have you. I do appreciate you being here. It is always good to have people here that I respect. Well, Tarot Magician is someone that I respect very highly. She and I have done our what do you call us here before? Yes, those things, collaborations. We have done collaborations here before. I have done on her show. She's been here on our show. Always a good time, and it's always nice to have you here, Tarot Magician. So thank you so much for being here. Yes, I am obsessed with it. I have become obsessed with it too. MPT had it, and she's had it for a while, and then you got it, and you were using it, and I was like, I have to break down and get it. I have to break down and get this deck, because, I still wait every single year for my Hogwarts letter to come. Yeah. So, it's good to have you here. Absolutely. All right, so, Ritz, how will you meet your future spouse? Wow. I think you're going to meet your future spouse at work. I think you're going to be working at a job. Now, this is the future, so it does not mean it has to be the job you're at now, or if you're unemployed now, it does not, again, have to mean that that is the case, right? That doesn't mean that's the case. That just means that's where you're going to meet them in the future. So, something to keep in mind, right? It may not be the place you're working at now. And if you are, not working, well, it doesn't mean that you won't be working forever, right? Possibly. So I think it's going to be somewhere that you're working. If for some reason you cannot work and you never can go back to work, and you won't be going back to work, like I don't go back, I'm not going back. Retirement has set in. Well, it's going to be something that you're working on, maybe you'll volunteer some time, or maybe you will do something in your community, something like that. It's going to be something where you're working hard. Let's put it that way, right? Somewhere where you dedicate time to doing something is where you're going to meet your future spouse. I think whatever it is that you're doing, whatever type of job or volunteer work or whatever it is that you're doing, I truly believe it's going to be something that is very tiring, right? You're going to do some very tiring work. And then you have to do the 4 R's, right? The 4 R's of the 4 of Swords. And that's rest, relax, renew, and then feel relieved. I think things will change over the next, before this happens. Things will change and move into something else. I think like a phoenix out of the flame, right? I think these wings go away, and what's left, of course, is this beautiful couple, and that would be you and your future spouse. The star says there's a lot of hope, all right? There's always hope with the star. I think if you have some faith and inspiration, I think things will move in your direction. I think there will be some healing, and I think there needs to be a little bit of healing before you can find this person, right? I think there's something going on from your past that you still haven't quite gotten over or moved on from, and I would be willing to say that is why the 8 of Cups is here. The 8 of Cups is telling me that you're taking one last look back, as you can see, right? One last look back into this emptiness of the past. And then you are going to lock that door, walk out it, and shut the door behind you and never go back. And I think if you do that, this whole idea of finding a future spouse will be much easier, because you don't want to be holding on to that past stuff, right? You don't want to be holding on to that. That's for sure. So, and that is what I get for you. Okay, Ritz? Awesome. All right, so Selena, was I right? That's what we're talking about with your dad, correct? I asked all kinds of questions as the show started, and nobody answered me. No one answered. That's okay. Selena, I think we're talking about like a little growth that your dad has, and he is going to be having a biopsy on it. Is that correct? That's what he's really going to the doctors about, to find out about that? And Chanel, you talked to this guy, our friend, this guy, and you talked about your relationship. What direction did you talk to him about? You already had the biopsy. Okay. It was good. This is just a checkup. All right. I knew we were talking about he had a growth and that this was all going to happen and stuff. So, all right. That makes things a little bit easier. It'll clear things up for me when I see what cards we get. It'll definitely give me a much clearer idea of what I'm looking at. And of course, that'll be good, because we want the clearest idea we can get, right? Get that clear picture. I think your dad's going to be perfectly fine. First off, we have 4 major cards, right? We have the first card and then the last 3. The Fool, Judgment, Magician, and Justice. All majors, which does tell me that this is a major deal, right? And it's been a major deal all along. We also have a King, one of the court cards, which is a little more important than the numbered cards, right? Always. The numbered cards to kind of give me an idea. Usually, I was telling this morning. The cards, the ace through 10 cards, kind of give me an idea of actions and what's going on to support those actions. The court cards, the page, knight, queen, and king, they kind of give me ideas about how someone is, someone's characteristics. And of course, the major arcana cards, well, they are a story from beginning to end of their own, right? 21 cards, 1 the magician through 21 the world, is the story and the travels of the Fool, which is card 0. So there are 22 cards in the major arcana, but 21 of them explain the story of the Fool. So, your dad having an appointment next week with the doctor. I think the appointment for you and for him to go, or at least for him to go and you to know, is going to be very optimistic. It's just a checkup, and I think things are going to go very well. You know, very simply. That's really a simple, just a very simple way of putting it. Things are going to be good. They're going to go well. They're going to be, again, you can be very optimistic, and he can be very optimistic about it. I know you probably can't talk to him like this about it. You know, oh, hey, I talked to some guy on the internet that reads tarot cards. He told me, cheer up, bucko. No, I know you can't talk to him like that, but at least you can know that you should be optimistic about how things are. The King of Cups is all about emotional balance, right? Who else could sit on a stone throne in the middle of water and balance themselves like that if they were not balanced themselves? If they weren't able to balance themselves, that whole throne would tip over, right? And of course, water is emotions, so it's an emotional balance. I believe that your dad is, I think he gives counsel to you. I think he's someone who counsels you. He gives you advice when you need it, and probably sometimes when you don't want it, but he gives it to you. I think he is just, you know what it is? He's coming off the whole idea that he's beat an illness now, right? He has beat the cancer. Was no cancer. He had the biopsy. Things were okay. Now he's just going back to make sure everything's healing okay and stuff like that. And I think that whole idea of restoring his health and beating this illness and all, it just hasn't set in with him enough. Not yet. He just has to have confidence in himself. He has to have confidence in what the doctor is going to tell him, because he already knows that things are okay with this biopsy. So yeah, things are good. He's going to take the initiative to move forward and, of course, go to the appointment. And once he goes, he's going to feel much better. He's going to feel much more balanced, right? He's going to be able to look back and say to himself, oh, I don't know why I worried about this. I don't know why. Why did I worry about this? But you got to go back to that whole emotional balance thing here and realize that, even though he's trying to be emotionally balanced and stuff, I think he is a little bit depressed. I think there's a little bit of depression in there. Not because he didn't have something wrong with him, because he's thrilled about that. That's not it. I just think it's been, I think the whole idea, I don't know a whole lot more about your mom. I don't know, is your mother still around? does like to give his 2 cents. That's what us dads are good for. Is your mom still around? Because yeah, the surgery was a success. Oh, okay. She's doing good too. Thank goodness. Yes. All right. So your mom is there with him. I just think, sometimes he feels like he has to go through this himself. He doesn't feel like he wants anyone else to be burdened by this, and that stresses him out. And I think that's where he is right now. But the surgery was good. Everything went well. This is just a follow-up, and it's going to be easy. There's not going to be anything to it. It's like I said, you can be very confident and optimistic that this is going to be all right. He'll be relieved when he gets home from the doctor next week. Okay? All right, Selena. I think things are good. I do. So Chanel sounds like good in theories that we talked about. He wants, so let's see. He wants to get more serious, wants to live together. There, see, that was your next month thing. You told your friend, your male friend, that everything was going to change, right? Things were going to change next month. Well, sure enough, now there you have it. This month, here we are in October now, it's next month. He wants to get more serious and he wants to live together. And I told him he had to make me his girlfriend and had to find a place for us. So it sounds good in theory, so we talked, and I just want to know how he felt after the conversation. Okay. All right. Well, let me tell you, Chanel. Let me tell you. I did tell you. I'm not going to pat myself on the back too much. I have a bad neck, and that hurts my shoulder when I do that. But yeah, I did tell you that when he told your friend that things are going to change in the next month, meaning October, to me at least, meaning October, because he was talking to your friend in September, I told you I thought it was going to be something really good. And I think this is definitely something moving in that good direction. Yes, Selena, it does make sense to me too. Once I knew just a little tiny bit more, I was able to make a whole lot of sense out of the reading for you, and I do. You're very welcome. I'm always glad to do readings for you. I always know when I come in here at night during the show, when I get in here early, one of the first 5 people I'm going to see is either Selena or Chanel. I'm going to see both of you. Both of you are always here in the top, in the first 5 people, always. That's great. I got Lisa here, Lisa Farrell. She's always here nice and early too. Usually Yvonne is here, but I know Yvonne's been feeling miserable and just exhausted, so she comes to the morning shows, but these nighttime shows are probably killers. I know that for a fact. Mary Ellen's good to have you. Chess Moves, welcome. Yeah, beautiful. Aries Freedom. I did talk to you already, Freedom, but I don't know if you heard my question. That's okay. Wheat Tins and Kay and Nexus and Nav and Ola, hello. Emily Rosa, Kashish, and Ritz. I'm glad you enjoyed your reading. Thank you. Amethyst, Jessica. Yeah, the whole crowd's here. And CM. Hey, CM. Nice to see you. It's always good to see you. I hope you're doing well. I hope things are continuing to do well for you, CM. and get better all the time still. All right, so I think you had a lot of strength talking about this. I really do. I feel like you felt very strong talking about this, right? You had that inner strength, that courage. You were talking with conviction. Like, okay, when you want to do this, you do this for me and you do that for me, and that's it. I am not moving in with you, this guy, until you make me your girlfriend for sure, and you get us a place to live. And it better be a good place. Because if I don't approve, I'm not moving in. Right? So that's the courage and the strength that you had when you had this conversation. I think, I think he was very understanding, though. I think he understands that. And again, today is only the 1st of October, so you've got the whole month for him to really show that this is the truth. This is what he really is going to do. Because he did tell your friend that this month, now this month is still got 30 more days practically left. At some point, though, this month, things will change in your relationship. And of course, I truly believe they're going to change for the better, because that's the way it's been going. And I do think that as long as you have a little patience and understanding, I think he understands exactly what you were talking about. I think there's a lot of things he has to do now, right? You gave him some ideas. Well, not ideas. You gave him some demands, because you were Miss Strength over here. You gave him some demands of what you wanted. And well, once you figured out what you wanted and told him, now he knows what he has to go out and do. So he's looking over he's looking over all of that information. He's trying to figure out, okay, where exactly can I find us a place that's not going to interfere with you and your life and your family or anything else that you have going on. So I think he is going to take over in this whole thing. I think he really is. I think he's going to make you feel very secure. I think he's going to make you feel very stable. And that is going to make you very happy, right? It's going to put you at peace. You're going to feel very peaceful. You're going to feel very happy. You'll be very satisfied with the whole thing, and you'll be satisfied with the place he picks out for you. And I think things will be wonderful. I really do. Chanel, I only see good stuff happening here for you. Yeah, you really did. You put your foot down. I know. I can see it. I can just, you got to realize, when I see your pictures now in the thing right down in, where am I? Right here. They're like this big. They're huge. Because I'm using such a big monitor. I'm using this big 27-inch monitor, so your pictures are giant size. So I can see you guys. Don't forget that. And I can see in your picture where you could definitely be, Miss, I put my foot down, and that's all there is to it. Yeah, that's all right. Nothing wrong with it, Chanel, because you know what? You got to have what you want. And if you're not going to be happy with it, well, then what's the sense? What is the point? You had a really good feeling about it, to be honest, because he said I took him by surprise by telling him what I wanted. There you go. I knew you told him. I knew it. I knew. As soon as I saw Strength out there as the first card, I was like, oh. She really gave him an earful. Nothing, you know what though? Chanel, I'm going to tell you this, and this is the good part. It's nothing that he can't handle. It's nothing that he can't handle, and it's nothing he won't handle. He's still going to be there tomorrow like he is today, and like he was yesterday. I think I really do, I've done a lot of readings on this guy, right? This guy, that's what we'd like to call him. And I got to tell you, I really get a good feeling about him for you. You were very tentative in the beginning, and I've been telling you all along that I think things are going to be all right. CM, nothing much has changed. Well, they haven't got worse then. That's right. Isn't that right? No change is better than bad change. Mary Ellen Hughes, it's nice to have you here. Thank you for being here. Freedom, if you're still around, if you're here, my question to you was, I know you said your boyfriend's dad is sick and stuff, and you think he had a stroke. Does he have other, what do you call it there? Symptoms of a stroke? Does he have other symptoms of a stroke? Because there's a lot of things that can go on with a stroke or even without one. Stroke is tough, right? Especially the first, I forget how long it is, how many hours, couple of hours. So, Mary Ellen Hughes, will you date someone in your town? If this is a town of 2, I would be willing to say no. So I think the Fool is telling you that you can be very optimistic that this is going to be good, that things are going to work for you. And, that is going to be a good thing. That's going to be a really good thing. If you can find someone in your own town, of course, that makes life easier for you, of course. And, well, I think you can be optimistic about that. I think there's a lot of potential there, right in your town. I think you can find a very close relationship that will be successful and happy, right? You will find someone who is able to help you heal from any past hurts, and also who is going to be very magnetic, right? I say that all the time, and I do this with my hands, very magnetic, because they bring you in, right? They draw you in to them. And well, that's a good thing. That's what you want, right? You want somebody to draw you in. If you don't have that connection that, is there, like magnets, right? Then things probably aren't exactly what you want them to be. But I do think that you are going to have to be a little flexible with what you're looking for, right? He may not be, Prince Charming. He may not be the knight in shining armor. Or in this deck, he may not be the white-haired Elvis, like the Knight of Cups. But this person is going to make you happy. They're going to make you happy. They're going to make you feel good. They're going to share their lives. They're going to share everything they know, together with you. And there's going to be that kindness, right? You're going to make memories together. You'll have that kindness together. I said back here in the beginning about that healing, emotionally healing. And I think that's why here you have got you've got your defenses up, right? You've got that little wall around you, all the wands of the wall of wands. Plus you've got your friends here in the background that are kind of all defending you, because you have had issues in the past where you've gotten hurt. And well, I think this person will help you lower this guard down and help you heal better there. And I think that's kind of why they're filling up right? They're pouring the water out. Water is emotion, and I truly think that that is the emotions that are being poured out for your healing, right? That is that emotional healing that we talked about. So, all right. I hope that makes sense to you. I hope that was a good reading for you. You know, basically from the very beginning, when I had the Fool there, my whole idea was, yes, there's potential and optimism that you should be optimistic that there is potential you'll find someone in your town. So keep that part in mind. Keep that in mind. All right. So don't forget, I do choose all my readings at random. And if you want to guarantee a reading, or if you want to be moved up in the list, not list, but if you want your question to become priority and have it read right away, you can donate. Donate information scrolls across the bottom of the screen. It's also in the show description. Okay, so keep that in mind. But I do choose my questions at random. So if you want to guarantee a reading, that's the way to do it. Samantha, what is going on? You don't know. You don't know what's going on. That's the problem, right? You don't know what's going on. Stuff's happening and you don't know why. Oh, Samantha, let's see what we can find for you. I don't know why either, because I got to tell you, you got a lot of good stuff here. There's a lot of good stuff out here. So I start off, and I can tell right off the bat, of course, with the Nine of Wands, just like we just had before, that you're being very defensive about things. Lower yourself down. Lower your guard down. You don't have to. There's nobody there to defend against. Things are all right. You don't have to defend yourself against something that's not there. Because right now, there is nothing there. The Magician tells me, you just have to manifest what you want and it'll happen. Have confidence. We got to work on your confidence, right? We've been talking about that since the first time you came here, right? It's something that we work on. It's something you work on all the time, every day, right? Little bit by little bit by little bit, step after step after step. You work on your confidence. You work on your self-esteem. You work on your self-worth. And things will get better every single day. Things will get better. It might be just tiny little bits of better, but it's better. If the next day is a tiny bit better than the day before, well, that's an improvement now, isn't it? And I see every day is like a turning point for you. Every day you have ups and downs. And everybody does. Everybody has ups and downs every day. At least I do. So you have ups and downs every day. That's okay. I think if you find something to do each day that's going to be some fun, that you're going to enjoy, something you enjoy each day, take some time out for yourself to do it. You know, we had the lovers. You had the lovers this morning. And you know, it was all really about doing something that you love, right? It wasn't really about finding a relationship or anything like that. It was doing something that you love and finding someone you can talk to that you truly trust, that you can share your, you know, all of your secrets and stuff with, that you know you can trust them and they're not going to tell anyone else if you don't want them to, and they're going to give you good advice. And that's what you have to do, right? You've got to find someone like that. And I know that's not easy. It's not easy, but it may be someone that you already know. It might be somebody who's part of your family. I don't know if you have siblings or not, but I truly believe that that's the case. I think that's what you need to do. And I think you need to find something enjoyable every day. Again, even if it's only for a little while to do it. Do something enjoyable. But you also have to talk to somebody. Now, it doesn't have to be some kind of licensed counseling person or anything. It just has to be someone you feel is a good friend, who you truly feel a trusting friend, you know, that trust with, that you really feel that you can trust with the things going on in your life and things that have gone on in your life in the past. Right? So that's what I'm getting for you. Okay? That is what I'm getting for you, Samantha. All right, Freedom, I don't know if you're still here or not. I do not know. But I'm going to do your reading because I know you'll come back and watch it later. And I know that this is important to you. I shouldn't say that, because you know everybody's questions are important, and to me everybody's question is important. Everything is serious to everyone in their own way, right? Every question is serious to the querent. I haven't seen the Queen of Wands in this deck in quite a while. That is a very pretty card. I love the color of that dress. Is that a reddish? Yeah. I thought it was. Huh. Yeah. Yeah, that's quite a beautiful dress. That's the beautiful queen. The beauty queen. All right, so did your boyfriend's dad have a stroke or not? Will he walk again? I think he's going to walk again. I really do. I see where he is moving away from something. He's kind of, you know, almost running off, right? He's got confidence that he can do this. And I think he feels like someone is going to rescue him from not being able to walk at this point. The Nine of Cups again tells me about how he's going to end up feeling satisfied. He's going to end up feeling happy, and he will be at peace with however things turn out. And that's going to be a good thing. The Queen of Swords tells me right now, and I do mean right now, he is just feeling very down. He's feeling very sad, and he feels like he's emotionally detached from everyone because of this, because of whatever happened to him. He feels like he's very detached from everyone because of it. So he feels like he has to protect himself, right? The Seven of Wands, it's all about defending yourself. And you can see where this wizard here he's got his wand out, and he's got all these other wands up here ready to go to attack whatever is down that hill when they decide that they are going to attack him. He is ready to defend himself here. So, I think that's where his head is at right now. But again, the Queen of Wands tells me he is very determined to do this. He's very determined to move forward, and he is encouraged to do it. He will be encouraged to do this, to move forward and to get better and to walk again, because he is he's like that positive, motivational kind of person. When you need a pickup talk, right? A pep talk. That's what it's called, not a pickup. When you need a pep talk, he's the person that would easily give you a pep talk and make you feel really good about yourself and about everything else in your life. So I think, yes, I think he'll get back to walking again. I don't really think it was a stroke. Again, you have to remember, I am not a doctor. I am not a doctor, and I don't claim to know anything about medicine. But, that's what I'm getting. That's what I get. All right? Hello, Bianca. Hello, Stacy. Hello to you. Hey, Austin. How's it going? I hope you're doing well. Haven't seen you in a while, but I'm glad you're back. It's good to have you here. Yeah, it was burgundy dress. It's reddish. I'm colorblind. Really, really badly colorblind. So when I say something is reddish, as long as I am in the right ballpark, I am very happy that I got that much right. So yeah, let me tell you, that is it. I'm lucky I get that. I can't tell you for how many years when I was young, I thought the green light on a what do you call it there, on the signal, right? The white light, the green light, green, yellow, and red. I always thought the green light was white for years. I didn't know that it was green until I got older. And everybody's saying, oh, green means go. I'm thinking, where's green? To me, white means go. But on a lot of the newer model lights, traffic lights, you can, it's much more clear to me now that it's green. But the old style ones, I swear those things look like they were white. Stacy Lee, there is no list. You just post your question and I choose questions at random. So, yeah. Hey, Combobulated. Thanks so much for watching Daily Tarot Tips today. I got your comment, and that's always nice to hear that when people are watching how it goes and how things were. Yes, I did. I answered your question last night. I kind of figured that you fell asleep, but that's okay. That is all right. see here. Hey, Leith, can you have your general reading? Of course. So it's funny because you had the Hermit this morning, right? And I told you, I think you need to take some time for yourself, get some time to you, right? Do something, think about things, reflect on things, and realize that, are you making the right sacrifices in the way your life is going, in the way things are going in life for you, and in the things that are going on around you. Now, of course, we've got the Empress, and well, Wednesday night. That was last night. Yes, last night was Lenormand night. So last night during Lenormand, I told you were going to probably go to some type of a social function that was going to be a small gathering, right? Probably just friends and very, very close. Very close friends and family. And someone was going to announce they were pregnant. And well, sure enough, now we have the Empress. And that again tells me someone is possibly pregnant. I don't think it's you. I thought it was you months ago. I really did. I kept getting this whole idea, this whole pregnancy thing around you a lot of times months ago. And I thought it was you. And then I changed my mind and I came up with someone else that in your family that I think it is. Someone who has not come here since I moved over from Facebook. But I think you got to let go of some of the stuff that's happening in life right now, right? You got to completely let go, and it's extremely difficult, right? It's like running your head against the wall. You got to figure out how do you get past this? How are you going to get past whatever it is, right? All the things that are going on, the things that are happening in life right now. How are you going to get past them all? Well, High Priestess says you're going to have to use your intuition. Use your intuition. You'll feel when things are coming on. When things are coming, when bad things are going to happen, you'll feel it. When good things are going to happen, you'll understand it. It's going to take some understanding, right? It's going to take a lot of understanding. It's also going to take patience. I know, patience. Something so many of us don't have. I, for one, I definitely am part of the patience-free zone. So, yeah, I definitely think that's what it's going to take. But that's what I get for you, Lise. That is what I'm getting. I love Lenormand night, I have to tell you. What a great time that is. What a great time. All right, Austin, a spirit reading, please. I love doing spirit readings. Let's see what we got here. Let's see what we got for you. The spirit that I feel is telling you something is the spirit of a woman that you knew who was very successful, was a bit passive aggressive, but they were also very insightful when they were alive. So if you know somebody like that, that's who I think is doing this spirit reading. I think that the message is that you have a purpose. You have a purpose and you know what it is, but it's going to become even more clear to you. It's going to become much, much clearer to you exactly what this purpose is. I think you're going to be happy. I think you're going to feel good about it. I think you're going to have things in abundance. And I think the spirit wants you to know that you have not been left out. You should not feel insecure. There's always someone there to help you. Help is always available for you. So I would be willing to say that is what the reading from the spirit would be. Okay? I hope that makes sense to you. I hope it makes sense to you. All right. Beautiful Aries. Reading for the rest of the week, it's been quite a roller coaster. I did a reading for you over the weekend. I think. I'm almost positive. And did I? I think we had a reading over the weekend and I said something about there's going to be some ups and downs this week. Beautiful Aries. I think I said that. Now I could be wrong. I could not. I could not. I could maybe not be remembering. Austin, you're very welcome. Freedom, tell your boyfriend he is very welcome, and you are too, always. Thank you. And beautiful Aries, you don't think so? No. You know what? I could easily, as many readings as I do, right? Twice, you figure the show's on twice a day, an hour at a time. I could very easily kind of get one reading mixed up with somebody else's reading, and it could have even been different shows. Because you come to the 6 o'clock Eastern Time show, and different people. A lot of times, different people are at the 11:30 a.m. Eastern Time show. So, it could have even been a different show. Someone else at a different show. I told them they were going to have a rough week. Somewhere. I swear it. Obviously, it was not you. But here we go with the Fool again, starting off the reading. How many times has that happened tonight? Many. So, what's going to happen for the rest of the week? Here we are on Thursday already, so there's not much more week left, thank goodness, right? You can't wait to get off of this roller coaster, but I think you can start feeling a little more optimistic. I think there is potential for things to start to get better, and I think you're going to feel like the rest of the week is more of a good adventure, not not a train wreck or a roller coaster ride. I think somebody of authority is going to step in and, kind of put things back in order for you, right? You feel right now like things are completely out of order. Things are just not right. They're not where they're supposed to be. Things aren't being done the way they're supposed to be done. And somebody's got to come in and step in and take over. And I think that's what's going to happen, right? Somebody's going to come in. They're going to take over. They're going to get everything back in order. Things will go back to being structured like they're supposed to be, and you'll feel more stable. You'll get off of that roller coaster. You'll feel restored. You'll feel relieved, right? You'll be relieved of all of the things that are going on in your life, all the bad stuff that's happening this week. The world says, of course, you are at the end of something. You are completing something. And, well, yes, you are. You're completing a rotten week. That's what you're completing. But it is okay, because you will achieve happiness when it's all over. By the time it's over, by the time the week's over and over the weekend and stuff, I think things will be happy again. You'll find a purpose that you've been looking for. And I think you're just going to be staying in. I think it's going to be a stay-in kind of weekend for you. I think you're going to, I think maybe you'll feel a little bit emotionally fragile. And, well, if you do, that's okay. Nothing wrong with that. Try and get some time to spend with your boyfriend, because I know you only really get weekends with him, so try and get some time with him just to hang out, right? Maybe you can have a nice, a nice romantic weekend. And if he's unable to be there, if he is unable to be there, and I know, like I said, I know there's a distance between the two of you, and you really only do get to see each other on weekends. So if he's not able to get there, well then, you know what? Find something good, something to, find a good book to read or a good movie to watch or something that's going to make you feel good. A feel-good movie, not a tearjerker movie. Don't be doing no tearjerker movies, because that'll just make things 100 times worse. But I really think that if you talk to him and stuff and explain to him what's been going on this week, I don't think he's going to say no. I really don't. I think he's going to want to come see you, and I think he's going to want to help you and make you feel better. So that's what I'm getting for you. All right, beautiful Aries. Thank you so much for your question. Oh, there you go. This is really resonating. Awesome. That makes me feel so good when you guys tell me that, because then at least I know I'm doing a good job for you. I'm trying my best. CM, yeah, you knew somebody who was colorblind when you were a kid too, and you remember them saying something about stoplights being hard to tell apart. Absolutely, they are. There's different types of color blindness, and there's different colors that are difficult to see. Green, like I said, green. Well, those green lights used to be really bright, and like I said, green looked like white to me at that time. But green and yellow have always been difficult for me. Purple and blue, and I just go real general. I go extremely general when it comes to colors. People tell me, "Oh, that no." I tell them, "Oh, hey, that's a nice, that's a nice blue color." "Oh no, it's aqua." "Well, it's blue." "Okay, it's bluish." Let's put it that way. It's not bright blue, fine, but it's bluish. Yeah, you're welcome, beautiful Aries. All right, Stacy Lee, a general read would be amazing. It would be, wouldn't it? I'm going to do this reading. I'm going to do one more after it. And that will be our last reading, unless I get donations. Donations do guarantee a reading, so I do stay around for those. Don't forget that. But I will be doing one more reading, and if you want to guarantee it to be yours, then again, donating is the way to go. Or while I'm doing these next two readings, you can donate and guarantee a reading as well. Okay. So, all right, Stace. A general reading would be awesome. Or no, amazing. I'm sorry. It would not be awesome. It would be amazing. I'm hoping you're still here. I love the colors in these cards. The contrasts are amazing, right? The black to white, and, the dark to light contrast is very amazing. The color, they're very colorful. Like I said, I am colorblind, so I don't know what half the colors are, but I got to tell you, I know they're colorful. I know black and white, and well, I can see the contrast here, like in the dark at the top and then the light in the window. Stuff like that. So, here's what I get for you, Stacy. I believe that you are very giving. I think you're very kind. I think you are very thankful for everything that you get. And I think that really balances your life out. I think it makes you feel good. I think it helps you reflect back on things and, on times when you were generous with someone, and you can remember how that made you feel and how good that made you feel. I hope this is resonating to you. I'm hoping you're still here. The Nine of Swords does tell me that you are having some problems with anxiety right now. I think your mind is racing at nighttime, and you're having some sleepless nights. Maybe something you regretted doing, or so. Maybe so. The Ace of Cups tells me there is healing, though, right? There is that emotional healing coming, and you will feel better, right? It's all about new emotions, and I think it's about new healing, and of course, healing comes from emotions, right? It's an emotional thing to heal. The Two of Pentacles is all about being flexible, right? You have to be flexible. You have to go with the flow kind of thing, right? You got to kind of change when you have to change and think about things. And again, balance your life out. Things are balanced here. There's balance here. And I think it's all because of the way you are with being kind and giving and thankful in everything that you do. So that's what I get for you, Stacy. All right. Good. All right. This is going to be my last reading. It's going to be my last reading. Val, what do you think? Sound like a good idea? Is this your question? Sagittarius men feel physically and erotically attracted towards his baby mama Capricorn. Oh, okay. Yes, it is a question. First, I thought it was a statement. I thought you were just telling me that. Then I saw. So now I kind of get it. Does the Sagittarius man feel physically and erotically attracted towards his baby mama, the Capricorn? All right. this is my last reading. We are in donations only, and I did get a donation just now. So after I'm done with this, I will do my donation reading. But yeah, we are in donations only. The free part of the show is over, but the donation part is still continuing. So we are on donations only at this point. Thank you. And thank you. This donation is for Jessica C. Which, if you, there it is. And I see your question. Awesome. Stacy Lee, spot on. Perfect. That is exactly what I like to hear. Thank you so much. I appreciate the feedback. I do appreciate negative feedback as well, because then I know what to work on. Right? Not everybody likes to hear bad feedback about their readings or about anything they do, but I do, because I want to be able to work on it and get better for you guys. See you later, CM. Thank you. All right, Val. Okay, so you think you're misinterpreting his attitude towards her. All right, I think this has been a bit of a problem for you. I think you have been, again, very anxious about this. This has been bothering you to a point where it keeps you up at night. And I think that has been keeping you from having the happiness that you really want. I think you are looking for a successful relationship. I think you want to heal. I think you want to get closer to this person, but you're afraid to because you think there's still this other person in his life, this other woman. You have to take some time out for yourself. You got to take time out for you. Right? If you don't, things are not going to work out real well. I see him being the Knight of Cups there, right? The Knight in shining armor. You are Prince Charming. And can he be seductive? Yeah, he can. He really, really can. And, that's probably how she became the baby mama in the first place. However, I don't see anything that shows that he is aiming any of that seductive type of things towards her. Right? I don't have anything here that shows any kind of heartbreak or heartache or pain or suffering or anything like that. I get the High Priestess that says, yeah, maybe there's a little bit of mystery around all of this because you are kind of confused and you're not sure what direction things are going. But if you use your intuition, and I think that's what you're doing right now, is using your intuition and realizing that maybe you did misinterpret some of his, some of the things he's said or done recently. I think that mystery, that shroud of mystery will be lifted, right? And you're going to have a little bit of understanding with him. He is going to have if he's going to be a good father, and that's what you really want, right? If this is somebody that you want to have in your life and possibly have a extremely long-term relationship, right? Like marriage, and have a family with, well, then you would want him to be a good father to any other child that he had out there. And of course, if he is, then he has to be connected to the other person, the other parent, right? In this case, of course, the woman. He would have to continuously be connected to her to be a good dad, so that he can see his child, so that he can, spend time and do things and have holidays together. So all of you can be a family also. And then someday when you are a family and if you get married and have children and stuff, well, then you'll see that, okay, he took care of this other child and he's going to be a really great father. So that's what you want to, that's what you want to see. I don't see where he is interested in her. I just see where he has to tolerate things and do things that are that may not be happy for you, but it's the only way he's going to be able to see his child, right? All right, so that's what I'm getting. That's what I'm getting for you, Val. I see all the stuff you're writing right now. Will she be in his life forever? Absolutely. Yeah. At least until, let's put it this way, she'll be in his life at least until the child is over 18. At least. Maybe 21, maybe even older, maybe, right? Because then what happens? Then kids get married. And the two of you get invited to the wedding, but so does the mother and whoever she's with. By then, they get invited to the wedding too. So you're going to have to deal with that, unfortunately, for a while. Oh, Stacy, thank you so much. You have a good night. I appreciate that. Very nice stuff you said. I'm reading it. But yeah, Val, it's going to, having a child with someone, unfortunately, is a lifelong connection to a point, right? To some point. I had to see my first ex-wife when my daughter got married, right? She was very close with her stepfather as well, right? We were all very, she and I are very close, but she was very close with her stepfather as well. And that was good because I was happy that when I couldn't be there and when I wasn't able to be there, because I just wasn't that way, that at least he took good care of her, not like some people. So at least I knew that he was good to her. And so both of us, he and I, walked her down the aisle. Yep. Me on one side, him on the other side, and her in the middle. And that was okay. So yeah. And, she was 25, 26, something like that when they got married. So yes. No, she was 27. I was just remembering. Yeah, 27. So, yeah, he's going to be in her life for quite a while. Then her stepfather died. I had to go to the funeral. Now I've got a stepson who's getting married, right? My youngest son is getting married. And now my second wife is going to be there. So he's almost 30. So yeah, there's all kinds of things, all kinds of stuff that has to go on for a long, long time. So anyhow, let me get to your question. I'm so sorry. I am getting to your question there, Jess. Thank you so much, Jessica. You wanted to know if there are any spirits around you. And I have to say, yes, there are, right? You can see that here in the strength card. The spirit around you is very strong. It's a very strong spirit. And you can see that, right? It's a dragon. That is representing the spirits around you. Hey, Scarlet K. That is really representing the spirits around you. So, you can be courageous. You can endure a lot of things if you feel that spirit around you. The star is telling you that there is always hope, right? You need to have faith. You'll feel healing from spirits around you. You'll feel that healing. You'll feel comforted. You'll get inspiration from them, but you'll also know exactly what you're doing. You'll know what has worked for you, what hasn't worked for you, how to accomplish things. Because that all is part of, when a spirit wants to make itself helpful and known to you, well, then that is all part of it. They help you in all different parts of life. The Ten of Pentacles is all about being very prosperous. It's all about having a very happy life, a happy family, happiness with friends. And I think that is a great thing. I think that's extremely important, right? But I think I think any spirits around you all have a little hand in that. Now, the Five of Swords says sometimes you feel like spirits are playing like head games with you, right? Because you're not exactly sure what to make of the things you see or hear or are feeling. And I really think, that's just something that's going to come naturally over time. You're going to have to just work on that over a time. Until you really get the whole feeling and you really get the whole idea of what it's like to have a spirit guide or a spirit that's helping you. So, my answer to you, Jessica, would be an absolute yes. There are spirits around you. And one in particular, or at least the one that's there in particular, is someone who is very traditional, very old-fashioned. It would have been someone who was very, very old-fashioned. So it's probably somebody who was kind of older, right? I know. I think so. And I think it is somebody who was very knowledgeable, who was always very protective of you, even when they were alive. They were protective of you, and I think they just want to make sure that you are playing by the rules, if that makes sense to you. So that's what I get for you, Jessica. Thank you so much for donating. All right, so we are done with the free portion of the show, but the donation section is still open. So, yeah. So if you are interested in having a reading right now, yeah, donation is the way to go, because the free part of the show is over. All right, so I will give you guys a second or two. Let me know if you are donating right away, so that I know and that I don't take off. But I will be back. Don't forget, I'll let you all know. I am here every single day. Twice a day. 11:30 a.m. and 6 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time. Okay? So I'm here twice a day, every day. And I will be back again tomorrow. Tomorrow is my daughter's birthday. Speaking of my daughter today. So, all right. So I have no more donations coming in. I don't see any donations. No one's telling me they've donated. Nope, no donations. All right, so that is the end of our show for the night. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you so much for being here. I do appreciate it. I will be back again tomorrow morning at 11:30 a.m. Eastern Time. And I hope you all have a good evening. Thank you so much, and bye now.